Coach, this game every year seems to come down to the wire. 2-2 in the last 4 against you and I. What do you expect tomorrow in Cedar Falls?
Probably the same. I've said many times, people outside of our state don't understand this, but they're 3 of the toughest games on our schedule when you play these in-state games, and especially when you go on the road. So, they're always very well prepared. They're going to play hard. They're not going to beat themselves, and that's the nature of this game. So it's a great test for us, first road game of the year. So we'll see how we do.
I ask you this every year, so sorry if it's repetitive.
That's okay.
As we saw,
I'm used to it.
Drake going to overtime with Iowa on Sunday, and how tough these games are, especially with home and homes. How important is that to you guys in a macro standpoint when you get to the end of the season and you had that early season test?
No, it's really hard. I think people would probably question your sanity in playing these games. I mean, to be honest with you, it's probably the biggest game on Northern Iowa's schedule at home, and I think you look at their roster, 10 of their 12 kids are Iowa kids, so they've grown up with it too. They've always played us really, really well, but it's a great game, and I think we gain a lot from it. It's a great question. We gain a lot from it overall that other people don't anticipate, because you get one of those early emotional kind of games, and we play 3 of them in about a 3-week period. So, and we play them early. They're not in our conference, so you and I, Drake and I, were really early. So, we have a really tough schedule, and those 3 are certainly at the top of the list.
Bill, you've spoken a lot in the past about your respect, the level of respect you have for Coach Warren, but not only her ability to coach, obviously she's a great player too, but to be able to maintain success in a program for as long as she has, especially at the mid-major level, that seems to be increasingly harder to do.
I think what Coach Warren has done there is really something unique and special. And she's not only a great coach, she's a phenomenal person. I can say that without any hesitation. My son worked for her. And I wouldn't have let that happen if I didn't respect her, not just as a coach, but as a human being. And the way she treats people, the way she recruits, the kind of kids she brings into her program, they're very consistent. They're going to defend the way they defend. They're going to be a hard team to guard. She's done a great job of getting the kind of kids that fit her personality, her university. She's done a great job with kids in our state, and I think that's the other thing, that so many of her great players have come from the state of Iowa, and they take great pride in playing for the Panthers. And her and Brad Nelson, who's been with her forever, have built something really special. And except for tomorrow night, I'm a huge fan, and I think she's going to go down as one of the greatest coaches in our state, certainly, and that's well deserved.
What's your team going to have to do to get over the hump against them besides not missing wide open shots?
Wide open shots, yeah. No, I think with them, probably they prepare for us as good as anyone. So you're going to have to be able to run your offense and know what the counter is. Someone else is going to have to score because they're going to have 4 people guarding Ashley Jones. It's a first road game, so we'll see. And then for us defensively, we've got to be really, really good. Cam Fennelly just went crazy last year against us. Maya McDermott's coming off her career game. I'm a huge Grace Bavelli fan. Plays hard, rebounds the ball. So, it's one of those teams, and every game we play them is 67, last year 70 to 69. It's in mid-60s, low 70, close game, and we got to find those little things and make a free throw, make a layup, be well, do a good job in special situations, and adjust to the game. That's the other thing. How does the game go when you get in foul trouble on the road? Who steps in there and does some things that are really good? So, I think our kids are excited about it, and I think it'll be a great environment.
Even though people around the country might not realize how tough it is to go into that kind of place and win, are you excited about just seeing how your team responds to that? I mean, this is going to be probably the first time they're really challenged. How excited are you to see how they respond to that?
No, I'm really excited about it because I think this team has wanted to challenge our skill. I've said many times we have a really hard schedule, and most of the really good games we play are not at Hilton. So this is the first one, and you add good team, the emotion of the game, everything kind of pulls together. It's like Connor said, it's like it's kind of like an NCAA tournament feel to it, and everyone's all excited about it. I think it's great for the state. It gets a lot of attention. I think there'll be a good crowd, but it'll be a great learning tool for our kids. And certainly when we come home tomorrow night, we'll have a better understanding of where we are in November with what's ahead of us. But that's what these games are about. And I know our kids are excited. I thought we practiced great yesterday, and we're looking forward to the challenge.
How encouraging is it that early in the year you said your team was responding to different looks they didn't expect to get and doing sets that they hadn't practiced and doing it well? How encouraging is that going into this game, knowing how big you have to, or how good you have to play to win?
No, I think it's good. I think we have kids that are very, very smart. They work really hard at it. I think that you got to give them a lot of credit for how they play, their basketball IQ, their ability to adjust. We talk all the time, adjust, adapt, and overcome are things that we talk about. It's not just a basketball lesson, it's kind of a life lesson that we talk about. So, guard the ball, do everything you can to keep them from scoring and find a way to get the thing in the basket on your end. And sometimes you got to do it in a way that you didn't plan for. That's the nature of basketball, and the game just keeps moving. It's not an offensive unit, defensive unit. You got to adjust. If you don't score on one end, you better get your butt back and figure out a way to guard them on the other end. And I think our team is a team that might have to play a 90-88 game, and we're going to have to play a 62-60 game. And whatever it is that night, we have to figure it out. And I have a lot of confidence our kids can. It's just every game's a little different, and tomorrow will be the first one that we face that challenges us in a way that we haven't been up to this point.